Disney has announced a live-action adaptation of Moana, the studio's most recent animated film to undergo this transformation. Dwayne Johnson confirms his role as Maui, the trickster demigod in the remake, and offers personal links to the characters. Ollie Carvalho, Moana's original voice, will not repeat her part, but will be involved in the film's production and assuring authentic representation of Pacific Islander history. Let's see what's new. A live-action remake of Disney's Moana has been unveiled, with many fascinating facts about the hit musical fantasy film. Despite being released in the last 10 years, Moana is another of Disney's animated films getting the live-action remake treatment. Moana, released in 2016, is the studio's most recent animated film to be converted as a live-action film. Moana follows the titular princess on her epic journey to defend her island. As she strives to heal Te Fiti's heart, she meets Maui, a trickster demigod and a host for other fabled figures. Lin-Manuel Miranda's score for the musical was nominated for 2 Oscars at the 89th Academy Awards. Despite the fact that it was just announced in April 2023, there was already a lot of buzz surrounding Moana's live-action remake. Dwayne Johnson has revealed that the Moana remake is his next project, which appears to be a clue that the live-action version is on the way. While the statement doesn't provide much else about the film, it does provide some information about the production schedule. Johnson also revealed that Thomas Kail will direct and Lin-Manuel Miranda will compose the music in his most recent statement. The Moana live-action remake is confirmed. Disney is working on a live-action remake of Moana, according to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Johnson, who played Maui in the animated film, is a great ambassador for the remake announcement. Johnson goes on to tell an interesting detail about Moana's origin. Johnson and Disney Animation were inspired by Johnson's late grandpa, the famed high chief and wrestler Peter Maivia, for the creation of Maui. The animation Moana appears to have been a passion project for Johnson, and it appears that the live-action version will also be a personal touchpoint for the actor. Moana live-action remake cast. Because it is a remake, the live-action Moana should have many of the same characters as the original. Dwayne Johnson, who will reprise his role as Maui, is the only confirmed actor so far. Ollie Carvalho will not reprise her role as Moana, but she will produce the film alongside Johnson. She is also promised to assist in casting of the next Moana in order to ensure that Pacific Islander background is correctly represented. If Hei the Rooster, Alan Tudyk, and Tamatoa, Jermaine Clement, appear in the film, they will have to be CGI creations. Tudyk and Clement would be fantastic additions to the cast. Tamatoa's song Shiny requires Clement's singing ability, and while Hei only makes bird noises, Tudyk's voice acting abilities sell the roster as a multi-dimensional character. Moana live-action remake story details. The live-action remake of Moana will most likely follow the same plot beats as the animation film. Original writer Jared Bush returned to draft the script, which he collaborated on with Dana Ledoux Miller to adapt. The entire tale may be simply adapted into a live-action remake with a few changes. Where does Moana fit with Disney's slate of live-action remakes? Despite having already produced a spate of live-action remakes, Disney has a lot more planned, some of which are further along in development than Moana. Peter Pan and Wendy premiered on Disney Plus on April 28, 2023, followed by The Little Mermaid on May 26, 2023. Later in the year, there will be a Snow White remake and a Mufasa The Lion King prequel to The Lion King 2019. Moana is the most recent animated film to receive a live-action remake. In fact, there only have been 5 Walt Disney animation films created between Moana's debut in 2016 and the announcement of the live-action remake in 2023. It's an unusually short turnaround for the studio, which generally takes its time with live-action adaptations. However, Frozen 2013 was quickly remade as a Disney on Ice production in 2014, followed by a Broadway play adaptation in 2018. So a live-action remake of Moana is not entirely unique in that regard. Thomas Kail will serve as director. The Hollywood Reporter revealed in May 2023 that Thomas Kail would direct the next live-action Moana. It will be his first feature film as a filmmaker. Kail is best known for directing the blockbuster Broadway musical Hamilton. Kail also directed the Broadway production of In the Heights. Both of these Broadway productions made it to the big screen. In the Heights was adapted into a film, while Hamilton debuted a recorded stage version as one of the top films on Disney+. This is particularly relevant because Kail has previously collaborated with Lin-Manuel Miranda twice. Thus, Miranda may return for music for the live-action adaptation, though nothing has been announced. The only way to know is to wait and see. Jared Bush is returning to pen the screenplay. The most recent piece of information concerning the live-action Moana is that Jared Bush, the original Moana film screenwriter, will return to create the screenplay for the live-action version. Bush also confirmed in a lower-level response to a fan that Disney is still working on the animation Moana TV series, which he described as phenomenal, but it's still wonderful to see him return for the live-action film. Bush has previously worked as a writer on Zootopia and Encanto. Will there be new music in the live-action Moana? It's unclear whether the Moana remake will include new music, but based on previous Disney live-action adaptations, it most certainly will. 4 new original songs and modernized interpretations of the iconic soundtrack were added to The Little Mermaid. If Mark Mancina, Lin-Manuel Miranda, and Opetaya Fuaya return to write the soundtrack, we may hear new renditions of You're Welcome and How Far I'll Go. A glimpse of the series in September 2023. Jennifer Lee, the chief creative officer of Walt Disney Animation Studios, revealed details about the series in an interview with A Cartelera via The Direct in September 2023. She noted how Disney Plus allows them to experiment and explore different storytelling styles, expressing her love for the Moana series. We'll recreate the enchantment of the original film by reviewing Moana's journey, cherishing its themes, and singing its immortal melodies as we impatiently await Moana the series, which is planned to premiere in 2024. Who can, after all, resist the call of the water, especially when You're Welcome is lodged in our heads? These are the few more fascinating facts regarding Moana live-action movie. What are you most looking forward to about the live-action Moana? 2025 seems so far away, might these next 2 years maybe fly by? Please subscribe if you found this content interesting, and feel free to comment in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!